What up? 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 This is the special Wednesday night, Thursday night live, if that makes sense. Yeah, I decided to, since I'm going to be doing cooking twice, um, I'm going to do my live tonight because when I come home tomorrow, I'm eating and relaxing. Yep, and that's the start of my 4-day weekend. So I decided, why don't I do it live with my man Theo? If y'all ain't recognize him, um, young Nico needs a lesson. Um, what you mean? Hold on. What you mean? Hold on. Why wasn't you invited? Um, uh,
You got to be past 50.
you still got milk on your breath.
You got to have some gray hairs. You got to have some children. This the OG. This the OG edition. This the OG edition.
Got to be in a relationship.
Yeah, but you here. You here with us. You here. You are here.
You still here, bro. You still winning. Hey,
now watch this.
Ronnie J, Kamoyo Kid, what's up? Did you know Nico was in the chat?
Right, watch this. Nico,
I'm so he does not feel lonely.
Watch this. Nico, I'm a guest on Daryl's show. So we only gonna talk about what Daryl want to talk about, not what I want to talk
about. Boom. Hey, you see what? Hey, Nico, hear what Kamayo said, bro. You still got the new car sticker in your window.
I mean, you know what I'm saying? Low mileage. He ain't really had to go to the gas station that many times. I mean, you know, watch this. Watch this.
And here's my thing.
He ain't even had a colonoscopy yet.
There, Mr. Ray Smith, elder in the building.
Yep. See?
I ain't doing you like nothing, Nico. You came in with steam, which is in your nature. But I get it. I get it though. I tell you like this, Nico. We gonna get up again one day. I ain't put you on the back burner, but like I always tell you, I got to be something before I can be something to somebody else. So I get that you think, I get that you think we them cats, but wait till later when it's greater. and then when you do get put on, you're gonna get put on instantly. So I understand, bro. Trust me, I understand. I was there like you, but then I was like, F it, I'm gonna do it my Emmer effing self.
Watch this. I don't even know if you want to do that, Nico, because I'm gonna be honest with you. Once you get to a certain level and you don't know what that level is, you think you know, but you don't. Once you get to a certain level, folks start coming after you and you don't know why. And it'll make you question whether or not you still want to do this or not. When you relatively where you at right now, ain't nobody really bothering with you. But when there, folks will let you know when you've arrived one way or the other, because good God Almighty, Jesus, Lord Hammer. I talked to my wife, my daughter today, the one that's in law school. And I was telling her, and you actually have a topic on it tonight, and everything like that. I said, I started to quit.
Theo.
Huh?
You got a daughter in law school?
Yes, first year law school student.
Yeah, you never mentioned that before.
My bad. She just graduated.
No, I'm being sarcastic. You mention it all the time.
I do. I'm proud of her, man. Like
I know, respect.
She was the one who, as a kid, she doubted herself. Her mother and I, we let it be known, like, no, you got this. You might have to work harder in certain areas, but no, you got this. And man, I can't be more proud of her. I mean, like, even when her and her mom moved to Lubbock, Texas, home of the was it Texas Tech Red Raiders?
Yep, that where Patrick Mahomes went to school.
Right. My daughter said, she called me up and she wanted me to be there for senior night. Now, Daryl, this was her reasoning. She didn't want the kids at her school thinking she didn't have a father. See what I just said? She said that as a 12th grader. I don't want, because I know what it looks like, I don't want them thinking just because my mother and father aren't together, my mother and father aren't in my life. It was an honor to be on the football field with her and her mother on senior night. So when they introduced our daughter, both the mother and father were there. So I'm not apologizing to anybody any damn more if I give two damns about Frank Rambo. I do. And if you don't, if you didn't know, you got a father or you are a father, shame on you. I'm not biting that bullet no damn more. Shout out to my daughter for understanding, and her mother too, for understanding, because it's way too many so-called black men out here don't get it. Shout out to the black woman who we love to crucify in social media just for clicks and likes. Shout out to her mother, Anique Dion Davis. Shout out to my daughter, Crystalline Simone Butler, for understanding, recognizing, appreciating, and respecting the value of a black father. Unlike some celebrities, some entertainment industries don't see, and she's in law school. So
Theo, I like the fact that you mentioned black women getting dragged in the media, because that is the perfect segue into our first topic. Yeah, Miss Nia DaCosta. Now, I was holding off saying anything about the Marvels purposely. You didn't see nothing on my page about no damn Marvels. And I did that on purpose. And here's the reason why. I knew at some point, after they only made 46 million opening weekend, somebody was going to say something about, oh, well, it's Nia DaCosta's fault, and then everybody jumped on that bandwagon about, oh, she didn't go to the screening, and oh, she bailed on post-production, and oh, she don't care nothing about. Check this out. Even though that movie only opened with 46 million, the way it's running right now, it is currently, and nobody looks at the silver lining, it is currently the highest grossing film by a female black director. But we don't talk about that. We don't talk about that shit, though. We talk about how, oh, it flopped, and oh, it's terrible, and oh, it sucked ass. We know that. But she still managed to do that.
I think what wound up happening is this. And it was a reason why I went as hard as I did in regards, because I knew what the public backlash was going to be on her. And it's what we experience in history. It's always the black person's fault when something doesn't go right. So when I looked at it, I wanted her to get it right. I wanted her to get it right because that could have been true, highest grossing black woman in a film, and then the successful film. What wound up happening is watch this. If we say that's the highest grossing film by a black woman, right? Then we got to look at 1.3 billion by Ryan Coogler. Those are successes. Those are huge accomplishments at the end of the day. But then if I could draw similarities between her comments toward the media, men, those that didn't like the movie, no different than a Lupita Nyong'o, Letitia Wright, Winston Duke from last year in regards to Black Panther. It's everybody else's fault. Yes, you made money. Happy for that. But you, and when I say you, I just wish it hadn't happened. I'm gonna say it like that. I wish it hadn't happened because you and I both been here on this earth for a minute now, and we know how this thing goes. Yeah, let's say they gave her the script and say, write it just like this, don't make any changes to it. Her name is still attached to it. She goes in and she does it. Well, the response that she's giving to the media, you'll wind up getting, and you're a woman, a black woman, you, because Monique then talked about this, you a sister with a lot of mouth, you're not Brie Larson. You get blackballed in Hollywood easily. And she's just getting started. Ain't nobody, like you said, ain't nobody looking at that, the fact that she made that money. It ain't nobody looking at the fallout of the movie doing what it did and her interaction, her discourse with media. Nobody's looking at them two sides of the spectrum. Ain't nobody looking at them because it looked good here because you did this, you accomplished this. But you keep going down the road that you're going right now, the same people that hired you, Bob Iger and Kevin Feige, because they're not going to take the heat for the movie, not doing what they felt like. They're going to throw all that on you. I don't like that.
Here's the thing. Here's an even deeper question. Why in 2023, and then I know that record, the record that Nia DaCosta holds now, was previously held by Ava DuVernay for A Wrinkle in Time. Mm-hmm. And A Wrinkle in Time was like what, 2019?
Who was in it?
Bunch of kids. But the point I'm bringing up is this. Mm-hmm. Why are black women just now getting to the point where they are able to be considered potentially successful in big budget box office films? Because I went back and I checked on Candyman. Mm-hmm. Candyman only cost $22 million to make. Candyman grossed worldwide $77 million. Now, that I think at the very worst is break even. And that ain't no big budget because it wasn't over $100 million. Correct. But we know the Marvels had $250 million. Mm-hmm. Okay, so we don't trust black women rocking with that kind of money on a project. We don't want them to be successful. So we held them back because how long we done had blockbusters? Since the 70s. How long we done had black female directors?
Well, if we think about it, didn't the black female director walk away from Black Panther?
Yes. Same director.
Huh?
The same director of Wrinkle in Time.
So, I mean, like, this is the world that we live in. And we can say what we want to, but Donald Trump did get elected. That's a mindset. He did get elected. Well, people can say what they want to. The people that share his mindset, the black women that were Trumpsters, they weren't who you would consider to be thoughtful women capable of being successful as directors and everything like that. Not women that you would necessarily trust with money. As a matter of fact, truth be told, they were pretty much what society considers to be the stereotypical black woman, loud and wrong. So when you look at that, and this is why I say I did not want it. I did not want it because society don't see you like that. They don't. I mean, and we can, like you said, we've had successful movies going all the way back to the 70s and everything like that. We've had black directors. Hell, Spike Lee, like, we're not gonna act like that. We've had black directors, but you and I have been alive.
Not black female ones.
Black female. You and I have been alive long enough to see where black people were once, and when I'm talking about a Renaissance time frame, when we could go to the movie theater and get a plethora of black movies during the course of the year. They had a Taye Diggs, Angela Bassett, or one of them other sisters. We're not getting that. And what we're getting by and large is not something that uplifts. It ain't. They don't want the black male director, let alone the black female director. What we getting from them? What they want them for?
Well, here's the thing. In the comments, my man said he feel like Nia was being set up. She just didn't see it. Now, I done seen interviews where, she said she done did some fiction and she did this here and she did that there. Candyman and A Wrinkle in Time is a different kind of fiction than comic-based characters and comic-based scenarios and comic-based situations. And even though she thought, oh, it's like Star Wars, or oh, it's like this. And then when she got into it, I wasn't there, so I can't say what she was thinking and or feeling. But I feel like as a director, she had to take apples and make applesauce.
What
she had to work within the framework of what was available to her. And honestly, I don't feel like it was enough.
Watch this. If I look at the article that was on Vanity Fair, she's being quoted. Now, she's saying she's a comic book fan, not disputing that. Matter of fact, I'm not going to dispute the article because she got quoted. She said her favorite superhero is Miss Marvel. Okay. Now, you saying that, it's two other superheroes in this movie. And that's why I said I wished she wouldn't have done it, because I don't believe if she knows Carol Danvers, Monica Rambeau, as well as she knows Kamala Khan, I don't believe that movie floats like that. I also got to ask this question. If she's a Kamala Khan fan, I'm not saying that. She says Miss Marvel is her superhero. I'm going to be pissed if T'Challa's abilities change for no damn reason. I'm going to be bothered if Reed Richards' abilities change for no damn reason. And he ain't my guy. It's just what that is.
Well, Nia didn't do that, though.
Huh?
Nia
I didn't say she did. What I'm saying is that this is your character. You didn't feel no type of way about the powers being changed? Like, because you're the director of the movie. Like, that's the thing that I'm looking at. Like, that's why I said I wish she hadn't have done it. Because the issues that people have with Carol Danvers have been there since the first movie. If you read comics, you know what those issues are. If you are a nerd, because this is a white character, because the blurs might not necessarily tell you this. If you are a nerd, you pretty much gonna get some insight as to why folks got an issue with Carol Danvers. As a blerd, you should have known what the issues were in regard to Monica Rambeau from the first movie. We talk about women. I'm glad you said that. It was a sister last night who been saying the same damn thing men said. So if this young sister can ask these questions, ask the question, why was Monica crying about where Auntie Carol was? Why she wasn't crying about her father? Well, this sister and Nia look like they about the same age. Okay. That's
about 34.
Huh?
About 34.
Yeah. So
matter of fact, Nia just recently celebrated a birthday, and that's why she wasn't at the screening.
Right.
If I got a birthday party set up for me, I'm going to my birthday party.
Watch this. Neither you nor I reported on that because we was like, no, that's irresponsible journalism. There's also somebody out there floating another rumor that I'm not even going to bother acknowledging until I get some validity to it. So I'm not going to mention that here. What I'm looking at is that it's hard. Two things can be true. We say that all the time. This is what you got. This is an accomplishment. This is what folks are upset about. I don't know how to help you with this one. This is me as a comic book fan. I don't know how to help her with this because I got a woman that looks like she's the same age as you. She talks like she knows more about these characters than you do as the director. I don't know what to do with that.
They all could have asked Iman Vellani, because Iman Vellani reads comic books. Iman Vellani writes comic books. Why didn't you ask the little girl with all the information that was sitting right there in your midst?
Pause. What did you see? One person said they read, stay right there. One person said they read, one person actually reads and writes. See how that go? One person
and she proved it.
Right. So this is what winds up happening. You say stuff that and people keep receipts. You say stuff. Then somebody comes along that looks like you, is the same gender as you, in the same age as you, and they debunk what you say. So then it's like, watch this. To your point, I believe if she were more humble, more willing to look at comic book inconsistencies in regards to the movie itself, more people are talking about the fact that she, as a female, highest grossing. I believe she's still gonna have her distractors. She's still gonna have a distractor. It's gonna still be there, but I believe more people would focus on the financial aspects of it. Right now, what's going on? Me and you look at the financial aspects of it and what she grows, and then now that's me and you. But then me and you are gonna turn around and look at her comments. Well, you got people that ain't even looking at the financial aspects. They're looking right there. They starting right there in her comments. Then they go from the comments to the inaccuracies of the movie that have been there since the first movie. You know what my biggest problem is? It ain't with her. It's the fact that when somebody alluded to the fact that Marvel set her up for failure, they did. They had the opportunity to, because
let's look at some of the comments, because I think that they're gonna spur this on further. So we look at the comments. This one right here. Does Carol Danvers even have that large of a fan base in comics? Hell no. Okay, she does not have a fan base to be trying to elevate her to franchise status. If you was gonna take a female character in Marvel and elevate them to franchise status, that should have been your number one female character. That's Storm. Period. I don't care what you say. Find me a female character in Marvel that carries the clout that Storm carries. I'll wait. No, I won't, because there ain't one.
It's
okay. And understand what I'm saying too. I mean, I'm seeing the comments here where they're saying, Mr. Smith is saying, she didn't ask Iman about, comic book stuff, because pride goes before a fall. And to a certain extent, I agree with that. But the failure of that movie is not 100% on Nia DaCosta, like the press and the media and everybody's trying to make it sound.
Not, but what she's doing there, it's not. But what she's doing there, she's not taking any responsibility. Her thing is toxic men that don't like it. And this is why I go along with somebody when they said Marvel set her up. I don't know how she didn't know what the problem was going into this project, because everybody, and I've talked about this on my videos, folks that were upset about Marvel have been talking about that since the first movie came out. Folks that were upset about Frank Rambo have been talking about that since the first movie came out. Like, you and I in this arena, we're right here. It can't be where you and I, with limited access, know more, hear more from the fan bases that either Marvel, Kevin Feige, with the Bob Iger, or any future director. You did not know that no one was pissed about Frank Rambo, because that was a talking point in the first Captain Marvel movie. You knew that. If you are a comic book fan and you talk to black comic book fans that read comics, there's no way in hell you didn't know. Regardless of who we talking about, you chose not to pivot. So many people, not gonna mention anybody's name, so many people had an issue with Miss Marvel's power set being changed, and they were voiceful about it. All on social media. 38 Hot. You had an opportunity to rectify it. Everybody that was involved in this project had an opportunity to rectify it. Then you got all three heroes like they bosom buddies. That ain't comic book accurate. You're having opportunities to correct these deficiencies in the eyes of comic book fans, not MCU fans, not superhero fans. It's your comic book fans that are holding your feet to the well and are checking out. It's the comic book fan that's not giving anybody associated with this project, especially when they say they're a comic book fan. If you say you're a comic book fan and you read comics, you're gonna get all the smoke. And I don't know how not to tell you to get the smoke, because me and you get the smoke all the damn time for stuff we ain't even responsible for. So
Paul Martin, would you rather see a movie with Aurora or Jessica Drew? That's how I measure that, sir. You can say, I understand. Jessica Drew done had a Spider-Woman cartoon that really, for the most part, nobody remembers. Jessica Drew is, I would argue, is not that chick in the comics. She's not.
I mean, no.
I mean, she's popular, she's cool, but she ain't Aurora. Period. Point blank.
The most popular female in Marvel Comics at this particular time is Aurora Monroe, and all we need to do is pick up a copy of X-Men Red.
Just like my man Zoltar here said, Storm was robbed. She was robbed. They took it from her, man.
No, watch this.
If we looking for a female to rock it out, look no further than Aurora Monroe. I'm telling you, I guarantee you, a movie with Storm ain't gonna gross no 46 million opening weekend.
I talked about this on the channel. You know how you
wait. Hold on. We having a debate now. Aurora hasn't had many solo stories. She don't need them. That's the whole point. She's more popular than Jessica Drew without a monthly title.
Without. Like,
am I lying?
Well, let's look at it like this. Where's Jessica Drew at right now in comics? Nobody knows. We don't even talk about her. Like, I get what Mr. Paul Martin is saying, but no, you need to understand. Marvel has been throwing their.
Ain't no way I'm putting Jessica Drew over.
Marvel has been throwing their weight behind Aurora Monroe for the past 4 to 5 years. Jessica Drew is an afterthought. Right now, who's right? X-Men Red is an Aurora Monroe comic book. Yeah, they can.
She currently has a mini series out, by Ann Nocenti. So, what's Spider-Woman doing right now?
Hey, all these comic books feature Aurora. Like, watch this. She in every last damn issue for the most part. Like, no, it's a team. It's a team, but she the lead singer. She sang all the vocals too. You know who Aurora remind me of? And Mr. Martin gonna get this. Aurora Monroe reminds me of, and I'm apologizing because I know some people don't like this dude. She reminds me of R. Kelly back in the day as the lead singer of R. Kelly Public Announcement, Born into the 90s, where he sung the lead vocal, performed all the damn background vocals, and played every damn instrument. That's Aurora Monroe in X-Men Red and in Thor. That's who that is.
Fine. Yeah, I remember.
Girl, you got that. Look,
and Honey Love.
Speaking of R. Kelly, I'm gonna leave real quick. Not leave, but I'm gonna leave off the R. Kelly subject. How did y'all listen to R. Kelly? The Born into the 90s, he's singing Vibe, and he got that part in there. We said, little cute Aaliyah's got it. Like, how did y'all not know back then? Like, I'm not understanding that. That is her voice on the answer machine with the Sex Me remix. That's her. How y'all? Never mind. Never mind. That is one of the most, I never understood that. I'm like, when she came out with Aaliyah, Born into One in a Million, I was like, that's the same girl he was talking about on the first album. And that's, you listen to her talk and sing, that's her. We ain't talking about that though. That ain't the topic of this show.
I'm a segue, and I'm a segue sloppy. Now, if y'all were in the live last week, y'all remember me talking about T'Challa's Rose Gallery and asked everybody, like, what's your sentence to 6 and this, that, and the other? Well, real quick, take a look at this. Now, everybody, and I mean everybody in that group, has a reason to be pissed off at T'Challa. For those of you that don't know, from the top left, that is Wind Eagle. Under him, that is Jakara. That is also T'Challa's half brother, for those that don't know. We got Claw, of course, the two ladies, Malice and Madam Slay, and of course, the Grim Reaper, the first villain T'Challa ever fought as an Avenger. So, and then given the Grim Reaper's current power set, that's a whole problem. Will their dead abilities cancel out each other? He the king of the dead, but Grim Reaper can resurrect the dead?
I'm sorry, man. I was listening to what you were saying, and Mr. Martin, he kind of hurt my feelings a little bit. He said Aurora was like Philip Bailey, never really achieving that superstar status. And I had to let him know, not according to Al Ewing.
Or Jonathan Hickman.
It's some writers you just can't argue with in the comments, regardless of how you feel. Jonathan Hickman and Al Ewing, that's them. Jonathan Hickman, they put a lot of respect on T'Challa's name. So if you don't see T'Challa, if it's just a damn mantle, not according to Jonathan Hickman. If you feel like Aurora ain't that chick, I don't know what to tell you, because even when they was writing Avengers versus X-Men versus Eternals, Jean Grey was not the chick folks was lighting up. It was Aurora. And that's Al Ewing. I don't know what to tell you. I hear it. I get it. I understand it. But the people that move paper, figuratively and literally, comic book wise and financially, as far as they concerned, it's them two. That's messed up. I think about what I just said. Jonathan Hickman says it's T'Challa.
Okay. Yeah. And I agree with that.
Al Ewing said, damn, every other female.
Hickman was on the Fantastic Four run too, which included Storm and T'Challa.
Right. Al Ewing is like, nah, damn any other female. It's Aurora. It ain't Jean Grey. It ain't Janet Van Dyne. It ain't no other female. No. I low-key want to say, and I understand what Mr. Martin is saying, but if I had to look at the most popular female, period, in Marvel Comics, for a minute, it's been Aurora. Hands down, it's easy. Because I'm sitting up here like, they can say what they want to say about Kara, but ain't nobody checking for Kara like that. It's Aurora. It ain't no. I'm sitting up here looking at the damn comments. I'm like, well, damn. Because it ain't that many high-profile females in Marvel Comics anyway. Am I right or wrong? It ain't that many high-profile females in Marvel Comics anyway. We talking about Aurora getting her solo issue. They really don't give too many females their own damn solo issue. They get them 12. They stop. Got to start. See, Carol Danvers. As a matter of fact, if I'm not mistaken, Kamala Khan ain't got her own solo comic right now. Carol Danvers is the only female in Marvel, if it's not her and She-Hulk, that have their own solo titles. Am I wrong?
And ain't nobody checking for neither one of them.
Right. So because neither one of them, neither Al Ewing or Jonathan Hickman are writing those stories. No. Al Ewing
nobody checking for them. Don't nobody care. And Disney Plus didn't do nothing to help She-Hulk's profile. So right. Yeah, we ain't checking for her.
To do this. Wait, that's a solo run right there.
Yeah, I was gonna run over there and grab it, but yeah, the innocent. I kind of got mixed thoughts about it, but I picked up that first issue and read it anyway, just because. But like I was saying, we was on this T'Challa. Let's build the man's freaking gallery. You got to build a gallery. Me and Theo was talking about this before the live. If you want a character to become popular, a character is only as popular as his villains, and his villains got to be good. Tell me somebody in that lineup that can't carry a story by their damn self. Maybe Wendigo, but that's again because he ain't had enough exposure, and then they killed him too soon. So if Wendigo was allowed to flourish, I believe that he'd be a much more popular character. And that's not really who I want to stand on so much. Like I was saying to y'all, the Grim Reaper, man. And somebody asked a question in the chat. If you've been following the Avengers run, when they squared off with the Ashen Combine, I think it was Kamoyo that asked, how come T'Challa didn't fight the dead? Because when I seen him with that sack over his head the first time, and that one eye, and it looked like he kind of had pointy ears, and I was like, he's the dead, and could he be a T'Challa from another universe?
You know, Marcus said the same thing.
And that's kind of what had crossed my mind.
Marcus said the same thing.
But
Marcus,
yeah, and they never square out. Let me see whose dead powers is doper. You know what I'm saying? He called on all the Black Panthers. I think they could have handled that.
One, I don't believe, and I say this all the time, I do not believe writers know his power set like they should. That's number one. Number two, if they did know his power set, he didn't fight the dead, and that was a plot. That was a plot armor. Because if he would have did that, that fight ain't lasting long. If that makes sense. Like if he take on that person, that fight not lasting long.
It makes a lot of sense. But it would have went a long. It would have been long. It would have went a long way to adding to T'Challa's badass.
No, that's absolutely it would have, and that's why I say I don't think. Which is why I do the videos that I do sometimes in regards to just reminding people. I don't believe enough people know what his capable. You know what? No, I'm not gonna say I don't believe. I know for a fact people don't know what his capabilities are because I didn't had enough conversations with people who. So I'm not even gonna do that. I can understand. Even though Marvel fandom is right there, I know why people don't know his power set. So I'm not gonna.
Now for Kamoyo here, we talking about this 6. He said he needed Chibe in that lineup.
Yeah,
I feel, and this is well, here's my logic, and this is why I didn't, because I feel like Chibe has the potential, and I hate to keep making Batman references when talking about T'Challa, but I feel like Chibe got the potential to be T'Challa's Joker.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So that's why you say you don't want him. I get it.
If you give him a platform, stop just giving him a little story here. Stop just giving. How about giving him a solo story? How about giving him, you know what I mean? And to make him be that cat. I mean, because what he did alone to Malice, I was like, okay, she crashed there, she was injured. You got her? No, you didn't help her. You tortured her some more. Wow, really? You a whole problem there, bro. You're a sociopath, sir.
Watch this. I liked Akibe. No, Akibe. I was corrected. Brother from Africa corrected me. It's not Akibe, it's Akibe. I was enamored with Akibe when I read his origin story. So you mean to tell me, I think it's his wife, the dude smiled at his wife too long, and he killed everybody. Like I know it has something to do with his wife. I got to refresh my memory. But he killed everybody. Like the scene where they got him running a dude down from behind. And the dude like, no. And I think he was just a shoe repair dude. He was innocent. No, you know my wife. Everybody got to die. I was like, damn.
Yeah.
That's how you do it? Yeah. I see why you say you don't want Akibe in T'Challa Sinister Six. Yeah, I'm with that. I'm picking up what you're putting down.
And Kamoyo, as always, comes with a pretty good, he could be moving in the shadows, creating the 6 and sending them after T'Challa. Yes, he very well could. That is, I take a sip for you, bro.
I'm picking up.
But I feel like that, and the thing about it, I feel like if they pull up once and show how formidable they can be, if they do enough planning and then don't just run in there like rah attack, because that's what T'Challa is like. If they fought him enough times, they understand that he is a strategist and a tactician. You cannot just run up on a strategist and a tactician because they got fail safes in place just for the event when you decide to run up foolish. So it'd have to be, well thought out, is how I feel. It had to be a well thought out type thing, and they attack strategically, not just, we're going to cause havoc and destruction. We're sinister. Rah. That probably wouldn't work with T'Challa. T'Challa be done knocked everybody out.
You know what would work is if you gave me and call it the Wakanda 6 or something like that. It could be a 12-issue series, a 12-issue story arc or a 6-issue story arc. And because it would serve multiple purposes. You could have it where they get together, and by and large, T'Challa ain't really used to his enemies ganging up on him from what I've seen. Like, that's not something that they do, aside from when we're talking about Ta-Nehisi Coates' run, the rebellion that took place there. But if you had,
he wasn't expecting the cabal.
Yeah, if you had those characters go after him, right, and say he's injured, that would be a great way for the supporting cast of heroes. Taku could be Taku from the Mute Zone could be reintroduced. Venom and what's the dude? Venom and what's Venom's husband name? I said Taku. It's one Cantu. I'm sorry. You could get Cantu from the Mute Zone. I'm sorry. Good God Almighty. You get Cantu from the Mute Zone. You get Venom from him and his husband. Let's say you get somebody else. Essentially, rarely seen, rarely used characters that we've seen before that would help T'Challa in helping him form a Wakandan superhero team. You could get Shuri, because we ain't really using her. You could get a redemption arc with Hunter. Hey, my brother just got injured. I know I don't like him, but I'm putting hands on anybody that's responsible for this. You could get him returning to Wakanda. That's a good. You could do a lot with that, is what I'm saying. You could do that. Could be a catalyst.
Nobody gets to kill T'Challa but me.
Yeah, that could be a great. That, like I said, what you're talking about.
He could, and that could be Hunter's motivation. And where does Killmonger fit into all of this? He doesn't, because every time Killmonger pulls up, it's an event. And if Killmonger pulled up with 5 other people, it would look like David Ruffin and the Temptations.
Right, and let's ask this question. Madam Slay is going to be loyal to Eric right off the rip. Eric don't care nothing for them other folks. Like, honestly, truth be told, Eric ain't that dude. Eric, I don't need a team. It's me. If I send a team out there, the only reason I'm sending a team out there is just to take the gunfire, just to wear T'Challa out like Bane did when he released those people from Arkham Asylum. Other than that, he don't see nobody on his, he ain't finna, no, he don't. He's not a team player. He ain't. Eric has never been a team player. Even when he was resurrected,
a resurrected version of T'Chaka should be brought in, corrupted, and have him interact with Hunter, Jakara, T'Challa, and Shuri to see what he truly thought of each of them.
Zoltar the Magnificent, he said Venom is cheating on Eddie. No, it's Venom, Venomm. It's a different Venom. Zoltar.
Different Venom.
I don't know if you know.
Is that what he's talking about? No.
Horatio Walters. Huh?
Jungle Action.
Yeah. Horatio Walters,
He
616. Type that in, and that'll pull up that particular character. Horatio Walters. He said, what about Cardiac? Yeah, Mr. Smith says, what about Cardiac? We have not been told how he was by. He needs to be back in Wakanda. I don't know what the priority is for him. I like the last interaction we got with him. Wasn't it with him and Casper Cole?
Casper Cole and Cardiac?
Yeah, that was the last we seen in Cardiac. Because
in the oh my God, what was that called?
World of Wakanda?
Yeah.
Yeah, he had to go on one last mission for T'Challa, and that was right before when T'Challa gave him a new costume without a new name. Damn it, stop doing that.
Why have we not been told how he has vibranium weave skin? That is true. That is very true. Mr. Smith, oversight on an editor's part. That's my answer, and I'm sticking to it. And yes, Django, Venom is very gay. He has a husband.
Kamoyo said the way to bait T'Challa would be to manipulate Shuri's bloodlust. Sound like somebody.
Kamoyo, reads
comic book. Read comics. So do you read comics?
He reads comics. Cause you got the comics if you're talking about Shuri and bloodlust.
You got to know that one. Yeah. That look, that's not common knowledge. Okay. That is not common knowledge. Not common knowledge at all. Y'all, is everybody hitting the like button for my brother and everything like that? Make sure we hit the like button.
I settle for D-Realist. I'm probably one of the realest people most people know. What do I think of the Cage villain hardcore taking on T'Challa? Too lame, too easy. T'Challa ain't Luke Cage. So T'Challa is not going to deal with hardcore the same way Luke Cage tried to. Luke Cage is not a tactician and a strategist.
Dude just cut somebody.
His solution to everything is to punch the hell out of it.
Didn't T'Challa just cut somebody's Achilles tendon just to prove a point?
Yes.
They call him the most dangerous man alive for a reason.
Exactly. I ain't playing around with you. You know somebody else that don't be playing?
Yeah. At all.
Now, here's the thing. First, if you asking why the heck I'm talking about Godzilla, you need to go to my video and watch out and see how many Godzilla projects is coming out in the next 6 months. Godzilla is in the heart of a resurgence. You calling flag on play? You calling the flag on the play? Talk to me.
And I need to go do a review because I'm trying to figure out something. Listen, I just need people to stop playing my intelligence. Why is Godzilla and Kong showing up in DC Comics? And why?
Because
it's a rhetorical question.
Gotcha.
I'm just trying to figure out why is Superman struggling? Like one hitter quitter. I don't care that they Titans. I don't care that y'all meshing universes. I don't care. Either A, you not in this story, and we finna put some other folks in it, or you in this story, one hitting quitting. I'm not feeling that. No, I'm not believing that. I'm not believing Superman finna struggle. He finna get slapped across the world. No.
How many giant things has Superman defeated? I mean, I bought that first issue, and that first issue ends with Superman flying towards Godzilla, who's invading Metropolis. And my whole thought process is, when have we not seen this? and Godzilla's gonna make it different. And if Godzilla does make it different, how, Sway?
I'm not even gonna waste my money because I'm sitting there like Superman could fly as fast as he want to and fly straight through Godzilla's skull. Now, unless you finna tell me he finna do this thing where, oh, he's a living creature, I don't want to hurt him. You can still knock him out. I'm not doing that. I'm not wasting my money. No, I like both characters, Superman and Godzilla. You just not finna get me to do that. Because like you said, how many times have we seen Superman fight a giant creature, a plethora? How many times have we seen Superman fight a giant damn dinosaur? More than once. What's the usual outcome? Somebody going to sleep.
So, I mean, and that's what I'm saying. Well, what I would say, Mr. Martin, keep us up on what's going on with Justice League, Godzilla, Kong, all that. Because right now, I'm focused on projects. I mean, I'm focused on stuff like that. Now, here's something that I know for a fact a lot of people didn't know. But where you at? Entertainment is what I do.
What you do, big dog? What you do?
I do entertainment plus education, edutainment. That's what I do.
You say, hold on. Let me go get my shovel because I'm picking up what you're putting down. Let me go get my shovel.
Salute. Okay.
Go ahead, big dog.
From 1954 to 1975 was known as the Showa era for Godzilla. And the Showa era is the Godzilla era that most of us grew up watching. Destroy All Monsters, Son of Godzilla, Godzilla versus Megalon, yes. Godzilla on Monster Island.
Yes.
Those movies, okay, from 54 to 75, that's our era of Godzilla movies. Now, from 84 to 95 was the Heisei era of Godzilla movies. And that's the one that started off with Godzilla 1985. Now, Godzilla 1985 is known as the Return of Godzilla overseas.
You dropping a lot of knowledge right now.
And that era saw a reimagining of the previous era. So you got to see him fight Mechagodzilla again. You got to see him fight Ghidorah again. You got to see him fight Mothra, all of that. Okay. And then we messed around in 1998 and thought we was going to make a Godzilla movie over here in America. and Japan didn't like that. And so they made sure they put that Godzilla in a movie, and Godzilla just turned around and whack, smacked him with his tail, and that was the end of that Godzilla. And they didn't even call him Godzilla. They called him Zilla. You don't even get the guy. They just called him Zilla. Then after that, you had the Millennium Era. And the Millennium Era, again, a rebooting. Because each era reboots Godzilla. And then just recently, we had the Reiwa era. And the Reiwa era started off in 2016 with Shin Godzilla. Now, Shin Godzilla is really cool because he can shoot the atomic energy out of his dorsal fins too. So it's like, dang, you ain't escaping that shit. You just getting burnt. And then there were 3 animated Godzilla movies that premiered on Netflix. Also part of the Reiwa era. And we considered the movie coming out in December, Godzilla -1, part of the Reiwa era. Now, running simultaneously is the Legendary Pictures Monsterverse, whatever you want to call that, started out in 2014 with that Godzilla movie. Then we got Godzilla King of the Monsters. Then we got Kong versus Godzilla. And then again, if you watch the video, you know we got another Kong movie coming out where Kong and Godzilla are teaming up to face a giant orangutan. Hey, orangutans are smart. Orangutans are strong. They're agile as long as they're in trees. So
It's
I don't
gonna be
think it's no tree. I don't think it's no tree big enough for no giant orangutan. You feel me? But I'm there for it. I don't care. I'm there for it. Like a lot of us, I've been down with Godzilla since way back. I used to
black
run
and
home
white
after
movie.
school.
Watch
Yeah,
this.
I used to run home after school and watch Godzilla movie.
We've been rocking with Godzilla ever since the dude that used to play Perry Mason was in a Godzilla movie.
That version is that's a different version.
I'm trying to remember his name. Damn, what's the dude name? Richard
Raymond Burr.
Listen.
That was Perry Mason. That was Ironside.
Yeah. Look, y'all need to know. We go back. It's a reason why they can say OG. We go back with this stuff.
Yeah. That part.
Come on, Kimoyo. Kimoyo said Ghidorah was his dude. Man, listen. I'm still trying to figure out what's going on with the turtle. That's my guy, Gamora. And what's the turtle name?
Godzilla has kryptonite radiation.
I'm not doing that.
How, Sway?
I'm not doing that.
How?
What's the turtle name? What's the turtle name, B? What's the turtle name?
Gamera.
Yeah, Gamera. Yeah, I ain't doing that because see now I got to write the story for the writer. I'm not. Godzilla ain't even been to damn Krypton. Why the hell he get kryptonite radiation? He ate a kryptonite.
That's my question right there. How, Sway?
What I'm gonna say?
Yeah, like ate some kryptonite. Is it enough kryptonite to eat?
Hold on. Now, Mr. Martin, who said that?
Jarence.
If I got to write this story, I'm gonna need change. So what you telling me is on this particular Earth, a meteorite, a kryptonite meteorite, fell on this Earth. It radiated the greenery, the shrubbery in a certain area. Godzilla been eating from that same area since the meteorite hit, thus able to now this particular Godzilla, because he's been consuming food that has been radiated by kryptonite, this Godzilla can now shoot out kryptonite radiation. Okay, I'm with that. What's going on with Martin? Who else is in this damn comic book? Because I know Wonder Woman does, and last I checked, Wonder Woman can put hands on Clark. So I'm still gonna ask the same damn question. Because what's her excuse? Why she ain't one hitting quitting folk? Because the same thing we done seen Clark do, we done seen, and damn it, Wonder Woman, her whole damn lineage, stop me, Daryl, is built on her fighting creatures of enormous size. Ain't this where she come from?
Yes.
Jarence,
I need goddess. She's a goddess for crying out loud now. She's a goddess. She's a goddess now.
So if I got to write this story to make it make sense, Jarence, tell DC to send me my change.
Now, Kimoyo named off quite a few monsters. Gigan, that's the one with the hooks. Ghidorah, that's the monster made of pollution. Biolante, that's the monster that's a big ass flower. Space G, as in Space Godzilla.
Listen, the small monster was that deal, though. The small monster was that deal. I like him.
That's the one made Godzilla fly. Shot his fire at the ground and started flying.
Listen, I like that one. Like the small monster, that did it for me. That's my. I don't know what it's gonna take to get him over to the MonsterVerse, but I like that dude because he looked scary as hell. Like that wasn't no. Yeah, I need to see that. I need to get him back. Yeah.
Yeah. And we was talking about this in the chat when Kimoyo was saying Ghidorah was my dude. And now in Destroy All Monsters, yes, it did indeed take about 8-9 monsters to bring Ghidorah down. But in Godzilla on Monster Island, Godzilla not only took Ghidorah down, he took Gigan down in the same fight. So maybe Godzilla was being nice and Destroy All Monsters and saying, I'll let him help me this time. Because previously, if you are a Godzilla fan, previously, Godzilla again. Godzilla and Rodan. Dolo in Monster Zero took on Ghidorah. In Ghidorah, the three-headed monster, Godzilla, Rodan, Mothra, 3 monsters. So I feel like they didn't need that 8. And Godzilla in all of them fights was doing the heavy lifting. So I feel like he was being nice. He was being nice to the other 6, 7 monsters that scrubs and nobody even talks about.
Can I ask a question?
Sir.
So me, you know, can we talk? Can we talk? Not like Tevin.
It's live. We're supposed to be talking.
Listen, I watched Godzilla, King of the Monsters. And what I didn't understand from a human perspective, I got them, because they had them classified, you know, Monarch.
Yeah.
I didn't understand as a human because they bigger. You ain't got no control over them. I did not understand why out of all the damn creatures, monsters, they released, why in the hell would you release a monster named Monster Zero and his damn category is Planet Destroyer? Why would you wake him up? I didn't see this damn movie. I don't know how many damn times. And I'm just gonna tell you, big bro, that just ain't never made. I got you waking up everybody else. I do. Well, why the hell you woke this one up? Made absolutely no. It's still years later.
I will
make no damn sense. Why they open?
I will tell you why. Because if you remember the plot, the whole idea was we gonna let all the monsters out and let them wipe out everything, and then we gonna survive, and then we gonna come out after everything's wiped out.
Don't let that one out though. Like it's some stuff you just don't do. Like no, we're not letting this one out. We can accomplish the same stuff with the rest of them. I'm not letting this fool out. Like what? Never mind. You know what that's like?
Okay.
Huh? That's like me moving to Springwood, Indiana, Illinois, anywhere. Moving on Elm Street. I'm 55. I'm never living on Elm Street, period. I'm not going to no place called Crystal Lake at all. Goddamn sense. I done seen way too many damn movies. I'm not doing that. The hell would you let a damn monster out like that? But don't make no damn sense to me.
Now,
you know what?
Now, Kamoyo
they didn't have no black person working with them. They ain't had no black person.
Kamoyo just said, well, he didn't just say it, but he said Godzilla had plot armor like Batman. I don't think he had plot armor like Batman. Maybe in the fights with Mechagodzilla, where he just out of nowhere becomes magnetic.
I don't know, but listen.
I wasn't feeling that one. And again, fighting Mechagodzilla in the original, what was the little King Caesar? Comic relief.
Can I ask you a question?
Yes, sir.
You know more about Godzilla than I do. I have no shame in admitting that. This whole relationship between him and Mothra, was she able to just bless him, like get him souped up? Is this something relatively new? Because I mean, I kind of knew they got along, but I ain't knowing.
The first time I saw Mothra do something to bolster Godzilla was, I want to say, the Millennium era. So 99, 2004, around that period. Or even the Heisei era. I want to say the Heisei era.
Okay.
But yeah, it wasn't until like late 80s, 90s when they started doing the thing where Mothra is kind of Godzilla's muse, if you will. And can do things to help Godzilla or save Godzilla or bolster Godzilla. And in one movie, I believe he did it for Rodan.
Okay. I want to
show. And I'm naming off Godzilla movies. In all of these eras, please understand, there have been Mothra movies. There have been Baragon movies. There have been a couple of monsters have had their own movies. You know, I know Mothra had a franchise, you know, where it was like 2 or 3 Mothra movies. So
Gamera
it
had a
isn't
franchise.
just
Gamera had a franchise at
oh,
some point.
Gamera had a whole matter of fact, Gamera is experiencing a resurgence in popularity.
Yeah, I saw that.
Gamera has a show on Netflix right now.
Is it a cartoon?
Yeah.
You know what? I think I saw it's a couple years old, right?
No, it just came out recently.
Okay, I'm gonna have to check that out. I'm picking up what you're putting down. Once again, I'm picking up what you're putting down.
Mothra was bae. Okay.
Oh,
I'll go with that. I'll go with that. Okay, sure. He's always crawling on God. Well, they fought too. So, but that was back in the Showa era. So, but what I wanted to get at 3 Monarch -1 and the new Empire, Godzilla and Kong. And that's coming out in March. So be looking for all of that.
Y'all make sure y'all got the notifications on. Our brother is gonna keep us in tune with what's
absolutely, man. Because I love me some Big G. I love me some Big G. We would always have that conversation like who win a fight between Godzilla and Gamera. That ain't even a match. That ain't even a match.
I mean, I like
Gamera can't stand up to Godzilla. Matter of fact, I don't even think Gamera and Godzilla match up height-wise.
No, they don't. I mean, you would have to get a super, like Gamera would have to be souped up. Like as much as I like Gamera, that ain't gonna work either. Like he ain't running up on Godzilla.
I think his love of children would be his downfall.
And that's the other thing. He's a protector. Like I do want to see Gamera in the MonsterVerse. I do. He would be listed as a protector. You know what? I would totally nerd the hell out to see Mothra, Gamera, Godzilla, and Kong on the same screen. I would totally nerd the hell out. And they going up against Rodan, Ghidorah, and maybe somebody else. I would nerd the hell out. That's a nice movie. Hey, y'all heard what we just said? I don't know what
Legendary Pictures.
Legendary. Did y'all hear what we just said? We say we paying money. You see the numbers? The Rock With Me Nation. You see you see we say we paying money. Gamora, Godzilla, Mothra. King Kong, Ghidorah, and Rodan. We say we paying money now. Come on now. You got about 5 years to make it do what it do. Come on now. Come on now. We ain't get no young around here.
I would probably replace Rodan with Gigan because I think Gigan is a cooler monster.
Just add him. We ain't gotta just add him. Then we have a two.
And I would put Rodan on Godzilla Squad because they fought with each other more than they fought against each other.
You ready? Yeah. Legendary Pictures. Me and my brother gonna write this script for y'all. We gonna write.
That won't be hard.
we gonna write the script. We gonna write the script. We gonna change.
He said Godzilla is like 3 Gameras.
Yeah, holla at us. Hit us up.
But Gamera got more guts than Godzilla.
I ain't got no comment. I ain't got no comment. Because I think both of them got good.
I'm a reserve my opinion on that one.
Yeah, because I think both of them. I've seen both of them run up on folks they ain't got no business running up on.
Indeed. I like Mr. Smith. I like Mr. Smith comment. You see Mr. Smith
King Kong. Oh man.
Hey, and he don't. Not on Godzilla. We already done got that one out the way. Man, I know a bunch of King Kong fans was upset.
What
like because like when folks was calling it out, oh man, because Kong's smarter. Kong's a huh. Hey, you know what? I'm smarter than a bear.
You know what? You can be as smart as you want to. The thing is that dude got that radiation breath. He ain't even got to get close to Kong to do damage. Like I ain't even understand. That was like, and y'all ain't gonna make him.
That's why they
Y'all ain't
gave
gonna
him.
have it where he shooting electricity because I didn't like that version of Kong because I'm like, y'all cheap. This dude ain't never had no electrical abilities. Now he never stopped that. So the fight went the way it was supposed to. I'm just glad my dog ain't get dusted. Like,
yeah, and that's the whole thing. Godzilla usually murder the people he's fighting. You know what I'm saying? You he gave you a pass, so you better be happy being number 2.
you know what it was? I think what it was, they set these movies up, and Godzilla is a protector. Okay, and that's his thing. And then they have the destroyers. Well, Kong is not a destroyer, he's a protector. And I get it where Godzilla is able to sense other alphas, and Kong is an alpha. But Godzilla also can sense when they're either destroyers or protectors. So him fighting Kong, if we're going off of that, that shouldn't have took place. Yeah, you sense him, but you know he's no threat.
Well, there are Titans and then there are Alphas.
Yeah, what
And
now?
whenever there's more than one alpha, they have to square off. And then in the case of Ghidorah, Ghidorah is extraterrestrial. So he didn't have anything to do that Godzilla since you don't belong here.
Yeah, so I'm thinking, but
So
I
I
guess
have
what
to
I'm saying
beat
is
your
like,
ass or you either have to leave.
you know, Godzilla, I guess what I'm saying is, and like I said, you know more than me, so I definitely don't mind deferring. Okay, so they can all call. Kong didn't call because Kong didn't hear. So I guess I'm like, so Kong is on a ship. They trying to get him away because you gonna sense it. I guess what I'm saying is like because they have like graphic novels of Godzilla and everything like that. He senses other Titans and he don't roll up on them like that. The only ones he roll up on, he'll roll up on another.
Alphas.
Huh?
Alphas.
What I'm saying is in the comics, there hasn't been an alpha presented that wasn't a destroyer. Usually when he roll up on other protectors in the comics, he's going to aid them because they're being attacked by an alpha that's a destroyer. So it's like I get it, I understand it. It's just one of them things where it's like, okay, your storyline is kind of shaky, but we got to move the plot along. So I get it. But Godzilla versus Kong.
Dark Horse or IDW Godzilla?
I think it's IDW. I don't think it's Dark Horse.
Well, Dark Horse did do a Godzilla. That's what I'm saying. I've got trade paperbacks of the Dark Horse Godzilla.
Is that with Monarch?
Nah, matter of fact, they trying to kill Godzilla.
Yeah, so that's what I'm asking them. That's what I'm saying. Like the comic books that I'm referring to, it's the movie verse.
Okay, so then that's IDW.
Yeah.
Dark Horse, this was like back in like the 80s, 90s.
Yeah, no. Definitely what I'm talking. Yeah. No, these comics are out. They're recent, and they are companion books to the MonsterVerse storylines and everything like that. Like they gave a prequel to Kong Skull Island. They got Godzilla Future Shock or something like that, where they're talking about another Titan that he gets into.
I saw that in the
So it's like what they do in the comics. Like I said, the story played out the way it was supposed to.
Oh, it look like Kamoyo trying to skip straight to Q&A. Nah, man, I got one more topic. Say that.
Go ahead, big dog. Go ahead.
Say that. Did anybody watch my video about Mr. and Mrs. Smith?
Were you there, Donald Glover?
Yes, sir. Okay, now here's my question. This is my question right here, y'all. When you look at Earn, let's just go and call it what it is. When you look at Earn, do you see a paid assassin or a hired assassin? Oh, Professor.
Hold on.
Professor,
I can't read you.
Professor, you see a Mr. Smith?
Do well, that's fine.
Okay.
You see John Smith, a killer? Lil Ern?
No, you know what you reminded me of? You reminded me of the conversation me and my daughter just had today about the dude that played Paperboy. No, Donald Glover ain't touched not one weight. Brad Pitt was a legitimate action hero before we saw him do Mr. and Mrs. Smith. We seen the dude in damn Troy. I ain't seen Donald Glover swing on nobody yet, much less pick up a damn gun. Hell no.
Yeah. I believe the gal that's playing Mrs. Smith, Maya Erskine, I believe she got the chops.
Here we go.
To do that.
Where's Omari
Hardwick
at? That's Mr. Smith. That's Mr. Smith.
That's better, Mr. But I think because Donald Glover I think he's got something to do with the production of it.
Then why he ain't have nothing to do with the weight room?
Have you seen the trailer?
No, man, I'm tired. I don't even want to do it. I'm tired. I don't even want to do it. No, hell no. No, because Natalie Portman can go get bulked up, but Letitia Wright sitting on her ass. The dude that was basically a bully or the comedic relief in every damn movie, whether we talking Maze Runners or whether we talking Meet the Millers and everything like that, he took his ass to the weight room and got geeked up. Christopher Pratt, who was having everybody make fun of his ass in the damn TV show The Office and got slapped with a keyboard in Wanted, went and got geeked up. I'm tired. I'm tired. You get these action hero roles and you just get out there and just look any old damn way. Like, and you represent us. Like, that be my damn thing. Like, bro, you act like what you doing?
Okay, Paul. That right there, I'm not talking about height. I'm talking about how I've seen Donald Glover depicted up to this point. Do we think that this casting is gonna make us think, oh snap, Donald Glover's a badass? Is it gonna be that dope that he's gonna change our whole outlook on him? I don't think so. And then Angelina Jolie and Brad Pitt are supposed to make an appearance in this series. And apparently, a Mr. and Mrs. Smith ain't necessarily folks' names. You are Mr. and Mrs. Smith when you get together and y'all supposed to be paid assassins. Whereas Angelina Jolie and Brad Pitt didn't know that one another were assassins because they were sent to kill one another. Maya Erskine and Donald Glover are aware, but they aren't a couple. They're just kind of thrown together, and it's like y'all are Mr. and Mrs. Smith, and then like over the course of 8 episodes, they end up actually falling in love.
You know what? I wish him the best. I don't know how that. I don't know, because one, it was an action movie, but it had the bits and pieces of comedy in it where it needed to have it. Yes, Angelina Jolie and Brad Pitt did do their thing. Kerry Washington added something to that movie too. Vince Vaughn, I think that's his name, he added something to that movie. As a matter of fact, it was another younger Caucasian lady, and I think she played like an attorney on another show where she was actually, to a degree, comedic relief in Mr. and Mrs. Smith. I don't know how you replicate that to get the same type of reaction that movie got.
Well, my thing is this. What's gonna sell it? Fight choreography. If you can sell me with the fight choreography, that might make it not as bad. And just like you, I I want it to be successful.
Yeah,
I do. I want it to be successful. I want it to get pulled for another season. All of that. But I wouldn't have cast myself as Mr. Smith if I were doing the project. That's just
here's what
me.
Mr.
But I
Smart.
mean, maybe he think he can do it. I mean,
Here's what Mr. Martin ain't realizing. As you said, forget the hype. We're looking at the bulk. And when you say Donald Glover is playing Mr. Smith, as I look into this camera right now, all I'm doing is looking at a video with his shirt off with some tight gray jeans on, talking about this is America. Watch where I'm slipping on. Watch where I'm slipping on. There's nothing about that dude.
bruh.
There's nothing about that dude in that video.
Just the way Earn is on Atlanta. You know what I'm saying? That's
Nothing
not
about that makes me feel like if he get into a fight, he fighting his way out of it. He might be able to talk his way out of it, joke his way out of it. But there's nothing about that physique in that video where he low-key was sticking his stomach out a little bit, where, and I'm not saying he can't whoop ass. I'm saying,
yeah. And Community. Did you ever watch Community? Parks and Rec. He's comedy. You're gonna have to convince me, dog. You're gonna have to convince me.
You said, now see, he said he was good in Community. I ain't mad at that. I just want to. I saw Brad Pitt in Troy. I low-key feel like Brad might not beat your ass, but you gonna feel Brad. Like Tom Cruise shorter than, and I give you that. Tom Cruise is shorter than Donald Glover. Tom Cruise is still in decent shape, and we need to understand. We've been seeing Tom Cruise whoop ass for a minute now. Like the dude was in a hole. We just saw this dude flying a damn jet, and everybody had nothing but praise to say for it. Like he's at.
That was nostalgia, bro. That was nostalgia.
I just, hey, listen. I'm rooting for him. I think it would have been better though if we could have at least seen him with his shirt off, looking like he had put some work in for this particular movie, as opposed to just looking like he vegan. Like I don't.
But he old. I mean, not old, but he's long on the tooth. I mean, in that movie.
Who talking about Brad Pitt?
Tom Cruise.
Huh? Tom. I mean,
Tom
yeah,
Cruise.
but I'm just saying, like, I guess I just, and I don't know, maybe I just need to stop looking at
with his shirt off.
Huh?
You want to see a 60-year-old man with his shirt off?
No. That's not what I'm saying. But I don't want to see Sylvester Stallone with his shirt off. But I'm saying, like, he got cachet built into I can whoop ass at 5'6". I just think, this is me, and I don't know who publicists are and everything like that, because we don't want to look at Donald Glover like that. Well, okay, I'm gonna go back to Will Smith. Will Smith was not Will Smith who he is today. Will Smith was like, okay, I'm just a rapper. Oh, I'm finna be, because he wasn't even like that in 6 Degrees of Separation. People forget that's his first movie. He wasn't built like that in 6 Degrees of Separation. Oh, I'm finna Wild Wild West. Independence Day. Let me go get in the weight room.
Yeah. You gotta study. You gotta study for you, bro. You definitely gotta study for you,
come
bro.
on, man. I don't think Will Smith regrets one time going to get in the weight room. You took your physique, you worked on it in Wild Wild West, you worked on it in Independence Day. You playing Muhammad Ali. Okay. And you got a dude on stage scared to swing on you. You got a dude that's standing on stage that when you slapped him in his mouth, he ain't do nothing. I think he slapped the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, but he didn't slap Will Smith. He wasn't gonna swing on Will Smith. That's all I'm saying.
Well, when your claim to fame is being the victim of bullies and getting your butt kicked all the time because it's based on your life story, nah, I ain't expecting you to hit Mr. July.
Look, stop talking tough then, talking about I got hit by the snow. You soft too. Dude walked up and slapped you in front of thousands. You ain't even say, let me holler at you real quick. You wait till you get around your people. But this ain't, you know what? We're not talking about them. We're going back to Donald Glover. My bad. We ain't gonna get this straight.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate that. Yeah. So my thing is, I do want it to be successful, but Donald gonna have to show me. I'm from Missouri too, so you gonna have to show me, bro, that you could play an action role, that you can be an action. It ain't got nothing to do with your height. It ain't got nothing to do with none of that. It got everything to do with your damn chops.
Watch this. You ready? I'm gonna go ahead and say he can do it, and here's why. Because if Brian Tyree can be in a movie with Brad Pitt, action role, and the other dude is playing Craven, he was there, got into a fight, shot some guns. He can do it, and didn't touch not one weight room, not one weight at all. Unless no, he clearly ain't. Donald, you got it, Donald. Donald, you got this. I got confidence in you, big dog. If he can do it, you can do it. I'm rocking with you, big dog. I ain't doubting you. I ain't doubting you because I just had to think about it.
Because folks in the comments are focused on height.
No, that's not.
And I done said like 3-4 times. It ain't got nothing to do with the man's height. Okay,
it's the physique.
Tom Cruise. They cited Taron Egerton. They cited and we've been talking about Tom Cruise. Fun fact: the average Hollywood actor, you ready? 5'7". The average Hollywood actor is about 5'7". So it's not about height. If just like Theo said, if freaking Tom Cruise's little midget ass can pull off action heroes, then anybody can pull off an action hero. It ain't about your height. It's again the chops, baby, the chops. And Donald gonna have to show me because I ain't seen Donald Glover in no situation where he was an action anything.
That's it. Because if me and you go back and we look at where Tom Cruise first made his introduction to Hollywood, he had a decent physique. He wasn't overly muscular or anything. He had a decent physique. But even with that, he was in action movies. Days of Thunder. Come on, man. That's an action movie. Even if we talk about Footloose, I
do you one better. I do you one better.
Go ahead.
Remember All the Right Moves?
Yes. The dude is from day one.
Athletic. He was athletic.
From day one.
Yeah.
Okay, well, there's something to be said. What we're looking at is, has Donald Glover done too much to the point where he didn't mess around and got typecast? Because if he comes out the box, here we go. We're not having this conversation, and you're gonna love this one. Because I know somebody that's shorter than him who we're not having this conversation about. What's the dude that played Menace to Society?
Which one?
The short one with the locks, with the braids. What's his name? He got a brother. Huh?
Lorenz Tate.
Lorenz Tate. We're not having this conversation if we're not asking, can Lorenz Tate play Mr. Smith? We're not. Because we didn't see Lorenz Tate play roles like this before. We're not asking, can Lorenz Tate use a gun? Are we gonna believe he fighting somebody? No, because we've seen this. We've never seen this from Donald Glover before. Not even an interest in it, not in a music video, nothing from it. His height has nothing to do with it. Lorenz Tate is shorter than Donald Glover. And what is Lorenz Tate doing on Starz? Shooting folks, choking out folks, because he's established in that role. We've been taught to see him in a multiple of roles. Donald Glover, he gonna have to net. But if Lorenz, and because I think me and Lorenz Tate, all of us about the same age, I'm willing to bet that if Lorenz Tate take his shirt off right now, I'm willing to bet he's probably in better shape than Donald Glover. Just putting that out.
Long story short, I wish the man all the best on that project because he got a handful.
Yeah, we're gonna watch it now. Now that's the thing. I don't want nobody
Oh
thinking
yeah,
we're not
I'm
gonna
tuned
support it.
in.
No,
I ain't gonna talk about it on my page if I don't plan to tune in
right.
and watch at least one episode, so I can say, well, what I saw didn't make me want to watch the second episode.
Right. Like now I got to see it because I want you to do well. I want you to do well. And I think this is the thing right here. And I'm gonna own it right here. I'm not just gonna give you a review. And I'm not talking to the Rock With Me Nation, people that rock with us and everything. I'm not gonna give you a review. I'm gonna do what Siskel and Ebert used to do back in the day. I'm gonna give you a critique. If it's good, it's good. If it ain't, it ain't. That's fair because I want to see you grow as an actor, writer, producer, director. And I'm not doing you any harm, any good if I tell you every damn thing you put out was good. Not doing that. So if you rock with me, we're gonna do film review.
In Vera Earth 2, when Zac Efron ain't been in shape.
Come on, somebody. That's what I was talking about.
That man was ripped in Baywatch. So
for no reason.
Zac Efron ain't never needed to get in no shape. Zac Efron stay in shape.
You mentioned Baywatch. Who else was in Baywatch and now they all over the place with their shirt off? Yahya Mateen. Like, if you want these roles, it's easier. I can put you in a stupid behind role, a comedic role, with you having a physique of an action hero. I can still do that. But even Kevin, the comedian,
Hart,
can't remember when he played the UFC fighter one time. Even he lost weight. Like, let me get in decent shape, dog. Like, yes, go do that. It opens up roles for you. You know what I'm talking about, Kevin, right? I can't remember Kevin's last name.
Wait. What
the heavy
movie
fat
you talking about?
He's a comedian. His first name is Kevin. He used to have a show on CBS and everything like that where he was married, drove for UPS, something like that there. Heavy set white guy.
Oh, Bring the Boom.
Yeah, he lost weight.
Kevin Round Kevin. That was it with Leah Remini.
Yeah,
was in the show
dude lost weight. But now, if you think about it, that's by and large was his first action role. The dude, other than that, it was always something funny. And that ain't gonna get you where you, unless you planning on being like Abbott and Costello, and that's what you're gonna do for the rest of your life. No, man. Go get in decent shape, man. That's all I'm saying. Go get in decent shape.
Kevin James.
There we go. Thank you. Go get in decent shape so you can have access to more roles, more opportunities in Hollywood and everything like that. It don't hurt. It don't hurt. People think it's body shaming. Nah, you shaming your wallet. That's what you're doing. You shaming your wallet.
Hey, Theo, I had a question.
Yes, sir.
And the question will be my segue into the final topic before Q&A. Why do we, and when I say we, I mean we, keep doing each other dirty? And when I say, why do we keep doing each other dirty? I mean, why do, and I'm going to do a video on it later this week, why do we stay the victims of the crabs in a bucket mentality?
You want the quick answer or you want the thought out answer? Because I can give you a quick answer.
You give me the answer you feel like you need to give.
Long story short, because individually we're not used to having nothing. And you think if another brother, because honestly, we don't know how to support each other as a community, as a people. We don't know how to support the brother or sister that's trying to crawl out and be different. So that's one problem. The other problem is I ain't got it. So I'm trying to be protective of what I got because I think you trying to take what I got. It's more than enough money out here for a whole bunch of us. Like, it's enough money. It ain't enough black millionaires and billionaires for us to be sitting over here fighting over money. It ain't. Having to reflect and think about something. It's also way too many grandmas and papas out here. We don't know who somebody, we talk to folks, but who you getting your counsel from? Are you getting the counsel from someone who is thoughtful, or are you getting your counsel from somebody like Bob Iger and Kevin Feige, do somebody that's just gonna tell you you're always right? Or are you getting your counsel from somebody that's going to look at everything? I thank you and Mr. Smith and Grand Madam Tarot for the conversation pieces that we had the past few weeks. Not everybody's gonna do that. Now, I spoke to you. You live in Alaska. 56 this year. Spoke to Mr. Smith. That's a man of God. Elder, if you will. You and Mr. Smith, and he's 60. So I'm getting two different trains of thought. But because I recognize, and to my daughter Kristen, there's nothing wrong with a woman being emotional. As men, sometimes being overly logical can get you in trouble. So wanting to access my feminine side, it just so happened Grand Madam Tarot was reading. And I took counsel from all three of you. And all three of you are three different people. Theo, you need to hear them out. You need to listen. Now, I had my own reservations prior to, and those reservations later played out. But that said, regardless of how strongly I felt, I listened to my elders, because all of y'all are older than me. And all of y'all said the same thing. Wasn't about ego, wasn't about pride. You owe it to your fellow man to, one, hear him out, but two, to clear up any miscommunication whatsoever. Y'all are absolutely right. I heard that though. Only child, for whatever reason, I heard that. I was receptive to that. We don't have enough of that, because when you went and you tried to broker peace, you tried to broker peace 24 to 48 hours before anybody else did. You weren't heard.
Or I was heard and ignored.
We have too much of that. It's all about stunting. It's all about flash and dash. It's not necessarily about a sharing of information. It's, I want the light. I don't want to shine the light on anybody else. I even go back to a couple of weeks before then, where there was something done that should have been cleared up 2 years ago. We say we mean it. We say we have no problem talking to each other. That's a lie. We do. Some of us do. I can't understand it, but as I said to my wife, I started to quit last week. I have no problem being wrong. I'd have been wrong before, I'm gonna be wrong again. It's baffling to me that people who publicly say they're one thing privately conduct themselves another, and then have the audacity to play the blame game, when all they had to do, if they were who they claim to be, they would have had a conversation. We don't want to do that. We just want what we want, and we want it for ourselves. We don't want it for our brother. We don't want it for our sister. We don't want it for our people. No, I've seen it. Honestly, we don't give two damns about one another. I'm not going to say it's African Americans. I'm going to say we don't give two damns about one another as Black people. We don't care. That's the end all. We don't care. We say we do, but I think it's been more than enough of what me and you have seen, witnessed, experienced with our own two eyes, heard with our own two ears over the past month, if not month and a half, 2 months. It's way too many of us. I'm not gonna say a lot, but it's way too many of us saying we love black people, when truth be told, the only black person we give two damns about is the person we see in the mirror each and every damn day. That's my take on it.
Yeah. Well, if we talking about, I was just talking about overall, but we took it specifically.
No, that was overall. That was overall.
Okay,
that
but we use specific situations. Okay, and I wanna piggyback and say, that a lot of times, what I'm talking about is when I say, why do we do each other dirty? Because like what you said, it's often about shining, about getting our shine at all costs. And as I've said many times before, I've said it to you, I've said it on, I'm not here to shine primarily. If shining comes with telling the truth, okay, then let me shine. But first, I'm going to tell the truth. First, if you ask me a question, I'm going to give you a straight ass answer. No straight lace, no chase, $100 bill, real spill. If the truth stings, a lot of time it do. It's meant to be a teaching moment, not an insult, not to talk down to a person or to make a person feel less than what they are. You know what I'm saying? At least not purposely. Because if I've ever hurt anybody's feelings online as a content provider, it was not my intent. If I ever made anybody feel less than what they were online, never the intent. But if anybody came at me sideways online, then baby, that was your ass. Period. And I ain't got no problem saying so.
I think we both know I didn't issue public apologies and private apologies and everything like
that.
And
I ain't got no problem. And I ain't got no problem doing that. I ain't got no problem doing that. If I'm wrong, I ain't got no problem apologizing. But if you come at me sideways, that's a whole different animal. At first, all it was you being jealous somewhere in the corner. But now you're allowing your jealousy to make you react and do things and say things. That won't pass.
Here's why I said what I said, and that it encompasses everything. When you and I were, I want to say maybe in our early 40s, maybe mid 30s, we got to see female rappers come together and do a song like it was nothing. And that was, to me, something that was like, wow, I like this. Y'all got all y'all on the same track. We used to have female rappers go on tour together. And I say the female rappers because we don't see them together like that anymore. Like, what y'all fighting over? It ain't that many of y'all out there for y'all to be beefing with each other. And y'all all bring something unique, different, beautiful to the table. You look at male rappers and everything like that. What y'all got going on? What y'all talking about? It ain't that many of y'all out there where y'all fighting over money and everything like that. Even if I look in the streets and in the hood and everything like that, it ain't like it's that many black millionaires, black billionaires in the country, in your city. What you fighting and stealing for? Why don't you come together? I think we just saw it. I saw it the other day. A group of black people got together, pooled their money together, and brought like 19 acres of land. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Ooh.
You know I'm blind in one eye, I can't see out the other.
Okay. You mentioned hip hop.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So we are in the throes of celebrating the 50th anniversary of hip hop. Hip hop has been around for 50 years as of August 11th of this year.
Damn, T'Challa been around longer than hip hop? I'm sorry.
T'Challa been around longer than hip hop. But it's been long enough to where hip hop, just like any other form of music, has become generational. Okay, and when I say generational, I mean on this side, you got the old guard. Some of them, they have done great things, and we mention their name all the time, and they're iconic, and blah, 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 so on and so forth. Then you got the new guard that says, this is what I call music. The old guard says, you can call that whatever you want to call it, but don't call it hip hop. Don't call it rap. I don't have a problem with you over there doing what you're doing, making no sense and saying what you say in the music and the way that you say it. But hip hop is based on principles. And over the years, we've strayed away from them principles.
Well, I think what wound up happening, and I've seen it in other forms of in other mediums and everything like that. And I'm going to use this guy as an example. It's not to say anything bad about him, but it's to point something out in regards to generations. He came out of high school and he called himself the king. Came out of high school, you already sitting on the throne. You ain't earned nothing. Well, what did you have Jacquees do? He went up to Keith Sweat at the end of backstage, whatever, and he told Keith Sweat, I'm the greatest R&B singer. No disrespect. You ain't accomplished shit. That's the problem. Too many of us today, we want the title and ain't accomplished a damn thing. And then we think if we act more aggressive than the person that says, you really ain't earned that title, or we talk louder than the person that says, you really ain't earned that title, it makes it right that you've earned the title. You ain't done shit. You ain't done nothing. You ain't earned nothing.
Time out. Hang on. Envira Earth 2, I'm gonna need you to chill. Okay. We are not in here to fight and bicker and argue. Don't need you to argue. Matter of fact, the person you argue with is the moderator. So all I'm saying, slow your roll. Listen to what I'm saying and stop commenting at a mile a minute because you're triggered by whatever I'm saying. My intent is not to trigger you and make you say the things that you're saying, but don't get into no bing, bang, bam, because you can be bounced. So just if you, I ain't got no problem with anybody expressing their opinion. But what I do have a problem with is Muzz arguing in the comments. You want to argue? Take that somewhere else.
I think low key they saying the same thing, just from I think,
but it don't have to be a fight.
Agreement, but
it's what I'm saying. It don't need to be a back and forth. It don't need to be a fight. They fight.
Hey, it's all love. It's all love.
Clap back. It don't need to be clap back. You know what I'm saying? And if they are trolling, bruh, you're a button away from being shut down. So tread lightly. That's all I'm saying. Let's get back on topic. Get back on topic. Yo, I give enough rope. Let's get back on topic. Now, what were you saying, that
we claim too much without, and I don't know what it is. It's a new thing that I've seen, observed. I'm this, that, and the third. No, you're not. No, you not. I'm the best this. No, you not. You ain't put that work in. You just saying it, don't make it so. But we live in, damn, the last president.
But is he pulling Keith Sweat down to his level with his comments?
He wants to pull, and when I say pull him down, he wants to pull Keith Sweat's status down to his level or elevate his level up to Keith Sweat. You can't do that without putting the work in. And that's what this one. I haven't seen this in too many aspects where I live at, us as a people. Recreational sports. We this? No, you're not. Education. I'm that. No, you're not. Professional. I'm this. No, you haven't earned it. You want to be so quick to be the first one. You're going to be the first one and dumb. Put the work in. We don't want to do it. Like I said, to a degree, I get it because we feel like we're behind the 8 ball as a people. So I got to do something to catch up. Don't catch up at your brothers and sisters' expense. We all trying to catch up. But if we keep repeating the same mistakes, claiming false titles, without putting the work in, not understanding that representation does matter. And that representation starts at ground zero. By the time we coming in at level 5, level 6, by and large, it's too late. Understanding that if we just look at history, even if it's just American history, what have we not been able to accomplish when we come together? If we just looked at that, just hung our hat right there, don't move. We've started our own cities, our own towns, our own settlements, our own sports franchises, hell, our own educational facilities. We've done it all. Hell, we started the early breakfast program.
So what
we
you're
started the
saying
breakfast
is,
program, not any other race of people. We had a mixture of brothers and sisters, different hair textures, different skin pigmentation. They all focused on the mission. The mission was to make sure as a people we were good, and what they accomplished in the process of that. Oh, good God Almighty Jesus! But there would be no breakfast program if it weren't for us.
Right there. If folks climbed and helped each other, and that's what I'm saying about the crabs. If you've ever caught crabs, you notice when you throw crabs in a bucket, you ain't worried about them mugs climbing out, because whenever one gets close to getting out, one or two are gonna pull them down. Okay, and that's what I'm essentially talking about is what Kamayo said. What's going to stop us from grabbing the fucking back legs and dragging that person who's clearly on an upward trajectory? They got the same color skin as you. They come from the same environment as you. Maybe if you helped that person get up, they might throw a rope down to you. But again, we're too worried about that person leaving and us not being able to get out. So we backbite, we stab, we pull that. What's going to change that mentality?
I think the ones that you're gonna have to ignore some people, because if I look at it systemically, even when I look at the chats and everything, I'm looking at this chat and I'm looking like in viral earth. Okay, why you and Kamoyo just can't chop it up? Like, hey man, we misunderstood each other. Let's move on. Why does there still have to be a back and forth? Like, just squash it per se. We grown. Maybe there was a misunderstanding, but no, it can't be a misunderstanding. There was no misunderstanding.
It ain't that important.
I got more animosity for my brother and sister than I do for the person that's not my brother and sister. They got love in their hearts for them. They are still talking about the president was able to look the other way in regards to his damn oath. Those are people that don't look like us in high positions. Meanwhile, on Twitter, meanwhile, in this chat, we got brothers going back and forth instead of saying, hey, you know what? We made a mistake. Let's just calm this down. Even in the damn chat where we're talking about us coming together, we don't want to do it. We still want to do the damn back and forth. They're not going to go back and forth with Donald Trump. They love Donald Trump. Well, damn it, what's it take for your brother and sister to get that same amount of, watch this, that endless love? That love where at the end of the day, nah, it's us. It's us against the world. What is that? Because that's the question that you're asking. Why do we have more vitriol for those that look like us than the ones who have been consistently oppressing us? I got a question. I need you to give me a damn answer. And then when you answer that one, tell me why is it they can easily love, support one another publicly while we have no issue tearing each other down, dragging each other down publicly, privately, in front of God and country? Answer the question. I'll wait.
Hey, check it out. This might be a potential answer. People seem to think that can't happen. That happens both ways, negative and positive. Do unto others as you would have them do unto you. If you do unto me shitty, guess what? If you do unto me disrespectfully, guess what? If I say something to you out of respect and you don't listen, guess what?
I'm gonna do
So
this, Mr. Smith.
it's a reciprocal thing. You want to
Mr. Smith.
reciprocate. So my goal is to try to give you something positive to reciprocate back to me. I can't get any positivity if I don't give it out first. But if you come at me in a negative way because you see me over here minding my business, or you see me at the top of the bucket getting ready to climb out, you're like, oh, let me go up there and get that fool. He ain't got no business being up there. Why should he be up there? I need to be up there. No.
Mr. Smith said something to me on Sunday. And you and I talked about something yesterday. And it's in the Bible, which is crazy because I didn't start asking the question that I used to ask. I don't know why so many people go to church on Sunday. What you getting out of it? Because it don't make no sense to go there at 10. It don't make no sense to be there at 10 and you stop sinning at 9:59, get out at 1, and you start sinning again at 1:01. Like that don't make no sense to me. He put something on me. He said, Theo, it's in the Bible. It was one of that Sunday when we talked. He said, Theo, and you know me, I got a problem going against the word. He said, Theo, he said, if you feel like your brother wrongs you, or you feel like your brother has misrepresented you, you owe it to your brother. He said it's biblical. You're supposed to go to your brother and have the conversation with your brother. That's what he said. And I was like, you know what, which is crazy. My wife had always told me that. She said, if you're mad at somebody, instead of holding on to it, you owe it to that person to have the one. Now, why do you owe it to that one person? Because that's what you would want them to do to you. Do unto others as you would do unto others as you would have them do unto you. Before you snap on that person, what you're supposed to do, because you wouldn't want that person snapping on you, is go holler at the person to see, watch this, if you're in this chat right now, to see if there was some type of confusion, some type of misunderstanding. We're supposed to give one another the benefit of the doubt, because they give themselves the benefit of the doubt all the damn time. Watch this. How long did the Steelers keep Matt Canada as an offense coordinator, and he been sucking for how long? How long has Marvel Studios been holding on to Kevin Feige, and he been sucking as an executive? How much money has he lost them? If that was us, we'd have been gone. We'd have been gone. They would have came up with a plethora of reasons for us to be gone. I'll give you another one. Florida State. Do they look pretty good with the coach they got right now? Yes. Did Willie Taggart get the same benefit of the doubt? No. And here's the sad part. You got folks equally that look like Willie Taggart and don't look like Willie Taggart say he deserved to go, while them same people give the dude that's right there, even though their record, I think Willie Taggart had actually a better record at the same point in time during the 2-3 year period, have nothing but good things to say about the coach that's there now. We don't respect each other like that. We don't think we're capable like that, which is why, by and large, watch this. If me and you say something, it's to a degree gonna stay right here. But somebody that looks like this can say the exact same thing, 4,000 to 5,000, 6,000 views, and folks that look like us gonna believe them before they believe us. He said the same thing.
From what I understand, or from the 56 years I've been on this earth, it's about what you focus on. It's about what you perseverate on. It's about what you make your mantra. You know what I'm saying? And
Right.
and if you purpose in your heart to do good, good will come back to you. That's called blessing. That's called karma. That's called whatever you prescribe. That's a universal rule. You cannot keep respecting people and get disrespected forever.
It ain't happening.
You know what I'm saying? And so keep your focus, I guess, is the first answer. When you got all these people, these crabs coming down, keep your focus at the top of the bucket. Keep your focus at the risk of sounding corny. You know what I'm saying? Keep your focus at the top of the bucket.
And that's insightful. And then, as I tell my wife, surround yourself with positive people. And there's a difference between, I'm not saying surround yourself with people that's going to always tell you you're right. That's not what I'm saying. But surround yourself with people that are going to make sure you're pointed in the right direction. Like, they're not going to let you fall on your face.
Positive people will tell you effing up.
Yes.
Out of love.
yeah.
Out of love. And that's the kind of love people need sometimes. But we live in this society now where everybody's super sensitive. And I don't like what you did to me. And you hurt my feelings. And and get into all of that. And it's like, why don't you take it for exactly what it was? Teaching moment.
Remember when I said, because of what society, our life, and everything like that, the thing is that, and this is just what it is. Some of us have never interacted with people outside of immediate family members and everything like that, friends that actually are going to be that person to give us constructive feedback. And honestly, I think there's just as many people that don't know how to give constructive criticism as it is that people that can't tell the difference between criticism and constructive criticism. Constructive criticism is always going to give you a better way. It's not going to just say, I don't like what you did. Oh, that was garbage.
Do you want to know why I'm not on Twitter 24/7, 365? Do you want to know why I'm not out here in these chats and blah, blah, blah? Because association creates assimilation. If I'm out here blasting mugs all day, if I'm out here saying mean stuff, if I'm out here all day being critical of any and everything, that's going to get down in your system. That's going to get down in your spirit. And it ain't just going to be you talking that shit. You're going to become that shit. So that's why I got to disengage from all of that negativity every now and again and get me some air and get me some perspective and then come back at that mess fresh. Because if you up in there 365.
So what you're saying is you got to be careful looking into the abyss, because the abyss might look back. That's what you're saying.
Boom. Boom. Okay. All right. That man, Twitter. And this shit, this is some of the most ain't got no love for you environments in the world, man. I ain't never seen so many scavengers, dog eat dog, I'll smile in your face and cut your throat 5 minutes later in my life. That's all that's on social media, man. That's why I keep my circle teeny. I ain't got time for these fake ass people.
Can we play this? Life was a whole lot easier before we got on Twitter.
Life was a whole lot easier when I had 100 subs and wasn't nobody looking at my ass. But now that they looking at me, everybody and their mama got some shit to say.
Boy, look,
it's tiring. It's vexing. I'm out here just trying to be me, and y'all want to mess with a brother. I'm tired, man. That's why I'm like, I'll talk to you folks in a minute. I ain't got time for that childish stuff.
It's crazy when the 55-year-old got to have a conversation with the 22-year-old, because the 55-year-old just in a funk. Like I told I said, I'm in a funk. Now she can understand it better than I can, because younger folks be on social media more than older people. I said, this ain't what this was. She said, Dad, what you mean? I said, I didn't want it for this. I said, hey, arguing with people, beefing with people. I said,
bruh.
He said, nah.
Real spill on dollar bill, Paul Martin. There's a generation that doesn't know how to take an L.
Bro, I'm like, if all I want to do is educate people on Chadwick Boseman, educate people on T'Challa. Make sure
I don't like the way you educating people on T'Challa, Theo. I don't like the way you talk about T'Challa, Theo. I can talk better than you can.
Give me some constructive criticism. Don't just say
what you get.
Man, listen. I like I said, I don't. For someone, I'm gonna say it like this, and this is if somebody didn't see it like this, then you didn't see what I saw. Brie Larson made a lot of Brie Larson trajectory angled sharply up once Marvel introduced her as Captain Marvel. Her status went up. Her earning potential went up because of that role. No different than Robert Downey Damn Jr. That's what happened. Who, by the way, and my daughter, she didn't, because she's young, she didn't know that Robert Downey Jr.'s acting career was here, like here, before he got Tony Stark. I said, yeah, he used to be kind of here, then got in some trouble, was down here. That role did a lot for him. Well, damn. Be mad at me if you want to. I know what the hell that role would have did for Teyonah Parris. First of all, that's money. That's good money right there. Then they finna sign you up to some more pictures and everything like that. They got you in the role sandwiched between in the movie sandwich between Endgame and Infinity War, and you the one that's saving the universe. That's a lot of money, Queen. It ain't like she ain't got the physique to be an action hero. She does. She missed that money. I'm pissed about that. WandaVision. You ain't telling me her damn story. The Marvels, where I'm thinking she should have an end because it's one of us that's writing this. She still ain't got an end. Not only did the actress not get what she should have got, the character that she portrayed and her surrounding characters didn't get what they should have got. Meanwhile, I'm able to look, and I don't know how many times, and maybe as Mr. Martin said, it's the younger generation. I know everybody in Bruce's family got shine. I know everybody in Clark's family got shine. Hell, how long was Jonathan Kent alive on damn Smallville? Right. So I'm seeing that right there. The money and how we being manipulated. But it's hard as hell for me to pass the facts out. The facts, not my feelings. I know I'm emotional. I don't give a damn. I'm passionate. Don't care. That's authentic. That's me being authentic. The facts as they stand, I don't know how you get mad at me or anybody else for presenting the facts, saying that we ain't being treated like we supposed to be. We ain't getting the representation out here like we supposed to be. That ain't nothing to get mad about. If anything, my brother tell me more.
It ain't no thing. You know what? The plan is still to make your own lane. The plan is still that if they don't create the vehicle that we need to be in, we gonna build it our damn self. And that's in them the guns that we need to stick to, and we need to uplift each other. I think it was Kamoyo said it in the comments. We need to uplift each other. We need to celebrate each other when we accomplish something, when we do something. We need to put everybody on a pedestal when they do well. Okay, and speaking of doing well, this live is going well. We made it to Q&A. My goodness, we made it to Q&A. 2 hours, but we made it to Q&A.
Q&A.
Hey, Beto, what's up, my man? What's up? Y'all got questions for me? Y'all got questions for Theo? Excuse me. Y'all got questions for Theo? Go ahead, shoot them at us. You got some time. Got a little bit of time before I got to get down and start doing stuff. So y'all go ahead and don't be bashful. Go ahead, don't be bashful. Matter of fact, I got a box today. I'm gonna open this up while I'm waiting on y'all.
You did say you had a box.
Yeah, I got a box. What did I get? I opened the box. I already cut it open. I just ain't opened it yet. Looked in it. Got that stuff. I like to pop those.
Who the box came from?
Fantastical Finds.
Fantastical Finds. Okay, that's what's up. They put my glasses on.
Somebody was gonna ask a Chiefs related question. Of course you are. And to answer your question, Paul Martin, hell yeah, because apparently he's not doing a damn thing over in Washington.
Byron Leftwich, they can get Byron Leftwich. Byron Leftwich. Byron Leftwich. Byron Leftwich. Yeah, that's who I want. Great question. Come on, yo.
Somebody had asked me if I collected Fortnite figures. I don't, but
Byron Leftwich. That's the answer. Byron Leftwich.
They somehow seem to keep popping up.
Who is that? Wait a minute.
That is a Chaos Agent.
Okay.
That's what he looked like. I like that weapon mainly because it reminds me of a certain Black Panther who carries a similar weapon. Flags of Our Fathers, anyone? Yeah. Who should Pittsburgh replace Canada with?
Byron Leftwich.
Okay. All right. There you go.
That's
all you got? That's all you got? Yes, we would love to have the enemy back because he's not doing anything in Washington. Hey, Kimoyo said Fortnite for the win. You know what? Fortnite makes the best accessories you can put with other stuff. I guess because I noticed that's what I've been doing a lot of with Fortnite figures is putting them with other figures, or they help in the customization process. So yay, Fortnite. When I find some more stuff, I'm gonna grab some more.
Hold on. What you say? Yay, Fortnite.
hey, I found that for $9.99.
Listen.
It's on the way.
Listen, Fortnite. Yes, we Fortnite is something that we rock with. I gotta get links for Fortnite. I'm gonna get the red one.
Theo.
Huh?
Coffee or tea, buddy?
Say what now?
That's your question.
You already got it, right?
That's your question.
What'd he say?
It's on the screen. It say Theo, coffee or tea?
Coffee.
I'm a tea guy.
Unless it's hot outside, then yeah, we need that. We need that. Watch this. If it's hot outside, we need that on the palm. We need that. We need that on the palm. Yeah, man. Listen, Fortnite do you some justice now. I don't listen.
Oh yeah. I saw that.
Fortnite do you some justice now.
Yes. Quiet as kept, Kamoyo. I can make that happen tomorrow. Because I got bald head sculpts. We sure can have a priest T'Challa.
Look, if nothing else,
I know a lot of people don't bald head T'Challa, but I'm a fan.
Else, we got bald head sculpts, if nothing else.
Oh, look what I got. I got a katana. So yeah, that's going to be useful for my ninja stuff.
You know what? We really could make our own chessboard.
And speaking of ninjas, that is a Splinter. I don't know if y'all can see that, but that is Splinter from Splinter in Hell. I mean, not Splinter, Shredder in Hell. My bad. And Splinter killed Shredder. Shredder went to hell. And it's even got the comic book in here, the first issue of it. I know it's like a 5 or 6 issue miniseries. I would really like to know what happened with the Shredder when he went to hell.
You know, I'm looking
at yeah.
Hasbro, can we get Ninja Storm? Ninja Storm?
Power Rangers?
Yeah, can we get Ninja Storm? Like, I ain't seen y'all do not one Ninja Storm Power Ranger yet, and I just got a question because that can we get Ninja Storm? You see me sitting up here with it. Can we get Ninja Storm?
By all means, sir. I wouldn't be mad.
You know what I'm saying? I'm just, Hasbro. Can you look out for your boy? Ninja Storm. That's all I'm asking. Thank you so much for Power Rangers SPD. I will be collecting the whole series at some point in time. I got the Red Ranger, but if you could just work with me, thank you, appreciate it, thank you.
Am I a hypocrite if I give the side eye legendary music group still going in with mostly all new material, with mostly all new members, but I am pro recast T'Challa? If I give side eye to legendary music groups still going in with mostly all new members, but am pro recast.
I mean, if the members, you know that, because if we talk about the legendary groups, some of them folks didn't die. Like I ain't never been mad at the Temptations for new singers coming in, because I'm like, it's the group. If folks dying and folks on drugs and folks don't want to be in the damn group no more, I still want the Temptations.
Ain't no one man above the crew.
Yeah, like so I don't know how to necessarily answer that question. I mean, like, the Jacksons were not the same when Mike left, so but I still rock with the Jacksons.
Oh, funny, somebody should say that. You want to see bald head T'Challa in the habit and in that suit. I would love to have two Dora Milaje in some red skirts standing next to him.
Mr. Martin, Mr. Martin talked about before. No, I don't think you're a hypocrite, Mr. Martin. You know what? And I'm gonna say it one time. No, Mr. Martin, I don't think you're being a hypocrite. You know what? How many Black Panther?
Oh, Zang Beto, you're a smart one. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes,
and the thing is you know what? I was getting ready to respond to this question. How many variations of Black Panther? Because I remember when one of the, shout out to Ronnie, when you and I were first linked up, we were looking at all the Black Panther action figures that we had, and we was like, we could go back and try and fill out the tree. I don't think we knew what type of gold mine we were sitting on, because we got more Black Panthers than a little bit. Like, I mean that. I mean, I'm saying that, and I'm like, no, that's real. Like, do you know how many? That's not talking about He-Man. That's not talking about the Batman action figure. That ain't talking about the dude we gonna get next month. That's crazy.
Yeah. I have it ain't naked, but I got a body with no head sculpt on it coming, and I think it's like might be a 7-inch. And it's barefoot. And it's all Ray Brown.
Bro.
So yeah, that's the possibilities are endless. And I found some wire clothing.
See, that's what I'm saying. It's like, it's crazy when you sit up here and you think about everything that we have at our disposal. It's no such thing as it's no such thing as we can't recreate every Black Panther. Even, watch this, he asked you about Azuri's figure. Somebody be the effed around and we be did M-Telly. Stop playing with us.
Bruh, if I can find something for that feather thing, yeah, got everything for that. That ain't nothing but a repaint.
Listen, stop playing with us. Stop playing with us, because
that ain't nothing but a repaint, bro.
It's not a question of if, it's a question of when.
Exactly.
Look, it's not a question of if, it's a question of do we want to. That's what it got to be at this point. Do we want to?
D-Real, are there blood spray effects for figures? Bro, you didn't see that thing in my community page with that when that ninja, I had that ninja cutting up a Red Guardian, and it was all kind of, yes, but I got kids like this, but they ain't with blood. It's blood splatters. It's also like little blood dots that you can put on them from like gunshots getting shot. Yeah, man. Yes. Lord, yes, there are blood spray effects.
Also, go to eBay, look for stuff like that. I think you can also buy a package from Ramen Toys. I think they make 3 different accessory packs, and one of them is blood splatter. Or go to toyark.com, TOYARK.com, and type in blood splatter and see what you come back with.
This is super action stuff. And this is just one of their kits. Like he said, they've got this, like this is just like effects and gunshots, but they have one that's all blood.
Yes.
And then they have another one that's like all accessories.
Yeah, so yeah,
so,
do
yes,
that.
Very, very available.
Yeah,
very available.
It is. Like, honestly,
he said he remembers that he feels silly. It's okay. You steal my man $100,000.
It's not too much you can't find in regards to accessories for your action figures. The question is, what do you prioritize? Do you prioritize the action figure every month, or do you go back and forth where 1 month you're doing action figures, the next month you're doing accessories? I'm gonna be honest with you. This me. I focus more on the action figures, because if you have somebody that's capable of doing stuff at your house, you ain't really got to worry about you ain't really got to worry about accessories. You get your own spheres and stuff like that. Your wife does some stuff, and then
go queen.
Then she sit down at work and she be like, I'm gonna make you some personal flight stands, because she worked from home. So
well, damn. Okay.
I said all that.
Do we think we will ever see Luke Cage with hair again? I'm bald, so not hating on bald cats. I wouldn't mind seeing him with the little fade like he had back in like 93 when they did the Cage series with Hardcore. I wouldn't mind seeing him with that little fade again. That would work. But Theo still
see him with a fade and a part. I just don't know if the artist is gonna get that right. Because damn, what they did to Miles was just anyway.
Get Chris Allen to do it.
Yeah.
Chris Allen make it happen.
We need somebody to care. I can't have that Miles Morales part no more. Like, good God Almighty Jesus. Thing hurt me to my heart.
Okay, is that all the information that's fit to talk about? Because I know it's like almost midnight.
Yeah, bro, and I'm trying to get to the sleep. My stomach talking to me. I low key could get something to eat, and it ain't even.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to get in the kitchen, not to eat, but to cook. So yeah. So I'm gonna have to go ahead and get started, y'all.
Okay.
Look here, it is too many people in this doggone live to name.
Hold on, before you go, your video, the music intro, when it comes on, it makes me feel like I'm playing football in slow motion. I go back to them days when you used to watch the NFL films and everything like that. I just want to tell you that I feel like I'll be like spinning. Yeah, I just, man, listen.
Well, maybe we will have to sit down sometime and put you together some opening music.
Hey, man, listen, I ain't got to have it. I just like what you got, and it always puts me in the frame of mind of playing some football. So it is what it is. Thank you.
Okay, well, respect, sir. Respect. Yeah. Happy Indigenous Peoples Day. Yeah. So yeah, let's try to unlearn the programming. Let's try to deprogram y'all. Okay, tell the truth, shame the devil. And happy holidays is a cop out.
Yeah, I've been copping out for the past 2 weeks now because I ain't trying to piss nobody out.
I ain't mad at no. Go on a happy holiday if you want to, because I know it's like 9 different ways to say happy holidays around Christmas time. But look here, Gray, Keita, appreciate y'all. Kamoyo, my moderator, my man with a master plan. Paul Martin always in there putting in work. Zane Beto, Django Fett, all of y'all, man, that was in this live tonight. I appreciate all of y'all coming. Grand Madam Terrell, Ray Smith, everybody, man. If I missed anybody, it ain't on purpose. It's just a bunch of y'all in here, and that ain't a bad thing.
At all.
Respect to those that respect to those that don't. I hope you learn something. That's it, y'all. I am happy to hang with y'all. I'm happy to hang with my brother there. It's always a good time. I'm never ever bored with my brother. So again, Theo, thank you.
Thank you,
for
sir.
coming
Thank you,
over
sir.
on this side of the turf and hanging out with Big Bro.
Well, you know what? When the last time we did it? I think a couple of weeks ago. So yeah,
The week before.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
absolutely.
the week before was when. Still marinating on that one. But look here, y'all. That's my time. I'm about to get up and get up. Happy Indigenous People Day.
Happy Indigenous People Day, y'all.